Behind me is a 1985 BMW 389 that I just picked up for $2,300. There's one issue. The car doesn't start. Cranks, but doesn't start. What does a car need to start? Air, fuel, and spark. So in today's video, we're gonna try to get this thing started. First thing I'm gonna be checking is spark. To check the spark, I got the spark plug tester. All we gotta do is hook it up to the spark plug and the spark plug wire. And if there's spark, this should light up. One of the most important things on a car is the ignition coil. This is what powers all of the spark plugs. So we're gonna be checking this part out first, and then we're gonna go on to the spark plugs if this does have spark. So as we saw there was some spark. It was flashing because the tip is too fat. Let's go on to the spark plugs. All right, this is gonna be hard for me to see, so I'm gonna just go ahead and play back the video. Hopefully there's spark on this plug. Look back at the video and there was spark. So the cylinder is good. This one checked out good. This one is all right. On to the last one. And it has spark. Spark checked out. Next thing we're gonna be doing is checking the fuel pressure. This is a brand new fuel pressure kit that I got off Amazon. I have never used it. I've never ever used one of these things ever. So this is gonna be a learning experience. Hopefully I do it right. Before we check the fuel pressure, we're gonna see if the fuel pump fuse is good. I forgot which one it was. I did put new fuses everywhere, but you never know. It could have blown. I do remember it is one of these 7.5. So I'm gonna go ahead and check every single one of them and see if they're good. And if they're not, we're gonna replace them. So the fuses are good. Let's see if we could hear the fuel pump. This car does have two fuel pumps, one under the rear seats that goes in the gas tank and the other one underneath the car. That is where the fuel pump is located, is under the seat on the right side. It does have 4 bolts to remove this black cover. Remove it and it exposes the fuel pump. So all we gotta do now is just switch the key on to accessory mode and listen carefully if it primes. I'm also gonna have my hand on it and see if I could feel it prime. All right, so it does make noise and I do feel a little bit of buzzing. So this fuel pump is fine. For the second fuel pump this car has, it is underneath somewhere on this side. And this one is very, very loud. If we don't hear anything, that means this fuel pump does not work. Yeah, very loud. Sounds very strong as well. Both fuel pumps work. Now let's see if we have any fuel pressure, which we should have since both of the fuel pumps are very, very loud. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this hose that goes on the fuel rail and see if I could connect the fuel pressure kit. I will be stuffing some napkins or towels under here so I don't squirt fuel everywhere if it does have some. Oh, I say we have some because it just squirted everywhere. And I'll be using a water bottle to put on this hose just in case it does leak fuel. Well, that was a fail. I swear the hoses were tight. That's a lot of pressure. Where did it leak from? This one. This hose isn't tight anymore. So something I found on the car, because I was doing some research and all of them have a fusible link next to the battery. So my trunk was stuck closed, we got it open, and the only reason I was trying to get into the trunk was to see if the fusible link was in the back, like many other 325i's, but this is a 318i. No one really does any work on them, and 325i's have the battery in the back. This one has it up here, and I did some research where I would be able to find it, and they said it would be next to the battery somewhere. So since the battery is up here, I seen this. I don't know if this is the fusible link, and it's very tiny, but when I first got the car and first popped up the hood, I did see some wires that were just hooked up directly together. These two right here. I'm gonna remove the battery so I could get a better view. It was this right here. It was broken in half, and it was kind of like this basically. What I did was disconnect these things, so I'm just gonna have to put them back on right here. Oh shit. Whoops. That was not supposed to happen. Now let's see if that even did anything. That did completely nothing. And I believe the battery is finally starting to die because of how many times I've cranked it and it hasn't started. Spark is good, fuel pressure is good. The next is air. I'm gonna be looking at the idle air control valve, which is located at the top of the engine. But also when I got this car, there was something that's connected at the very top. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna look into it. It was this plug right here. This was disconnected when I wanna go look at the car. But this is the idle air control valve. Even with connecting it, it did nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the idle air control valve and see if I could clean it out or see if something is wrong with this, because it does look like they messed with it. We got new clamps here, 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 here. And yeah, there's just a lot of hoses that were replaced. Honestly, I don't even know what I could do with this. This is an adjusting screw right here, but it looks like just like something. I don't know what to do with this. I'm gonna see if I could like test it or something. I'm also gonna remove this. Don't know what it is, but I'm gonna see if I could find the part number. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this off with some carb cleaner. I was able to clean it extremely nice. I found out it is a fuel injection cold start valve, and mine is a little beat up. I don't know if anything has to be connected. No one makes a freaking video on this car, bro. No one. They're all 325i's. I wish this was a 325i. It would have been so much easier, but I'm gonna just take off the whole thing and clean it off with some carb cleaner. And I'm gonna just spray this in with carb cleaner and yeah, just let it dry overnight and install it tomorrow. Still intact. I'm gonna just go ahead and clean it up with carb cleaner. Try to get in there as well, see if that does anything. Because there's a lot of carb buildup in there, but I won't be able to get to it. I also am able to get a better view on what's down there, because there is a broken cable or a broken wire that goes from all the way underneath the car and somewhere down there, but it's broken and I have not been able to find where it's supposed to go. before I end the night, I'm gonna show you guys the hose that I saw that just disconnected or ripped off from somewhere. This hose. I tracked it down and I believe it goes to the fuel pump, but it is ripped. Now I gotta do some research on which line like this is supposed to connect to. There's 4 lines that go underneath in the same direction, but this one goes like upwards. So I believe it's one that connects to the fuel pump that is under the rear seats. One of these. But for now, calling it a night. It is actually probably like 9 p.m. Yeah, 9:32 p.m. and I gotta pee so bad, so catch you guys on another day. Did some research last night and I was looking at other cars on Facebook Market because like I said, no one really works on the 318i's. I was looking at the idle air control valve and I noticed how mine was put on and the other ones were completely different. This is the idle air control valve right here. Mine was put on like this when it should be put on this way. So I'm gonna put this on the right way. I did clean it up with carb cleaner and let it dry overnight. Hopefully this does something because we already got fuel pressure, we got spark, and the next thing is air. Another thing I fixed off camera was the air box. The guy didn't have an air box on it. The bottom end was inside the car, so I did put that back on, but it made no difference. Now since the hose is a bit different, I'm gonna see what I could do here. Maybe put this on the longer side or something. It's probably not the best. All I did was swap hoses from this little elbow hose to this regular hose that was connected over here on this side. There's probably gonna be a vacuum leak because this hose is not clamped down. I don't have any more clamps, but that took a while because I got my trunk unstuck and I fixed it and I removed the locked glove box. So we're gonna see if this starts the car. If that doesn't do it, I was able to, like I said, remove the glove box. And look what we got here dangling. I don't know what this does, but I believe it's kind of important. And it was broken. Still plugged in, just the bracket or whatever holds it was broken. And then this is the ECU. Don't know if it was replaced, because look at that. It has letters. That was gonna be another thing I would be replacing, but let's see if this thing starts. Alright fellas, next day we get the homie here, Tony. We're doing a compression test. And so far, first one, great reading at 150. Thank God. Hopefully the rest are the same. I also put the old spark plugs on because the tip is different.
And it smells like gas.
Yeah, they do smell like gas too. That's another thing that's scaring me. But if the piston rings were bad, that means the compression would have been bad. But how do we know? This is just the first one. So. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Used it, and I should have. Ready? Yeah.
150. Yes, sir. Second one passed, y'all.
Alright, these are good numbers too.
Good compression. 150, but it went like one line over, but it's 150.
It should be at 160 to like 145 to 160.
I passed though.
We got one more, bro.
Last one. I think it's good. I think they're all good. Yeah.
I just got started. Oh my god. No way. I did not expect it to turn on. It turned on so fast. What? No way. It's misfiring, but bro, what the? I did not record. I wasn't recording because I didn't expect it to turn on. Holy. All I did was replace this, the fuel regulator, and it fired. It's misfiring like crazy. Holy, what the? Bro, when I tell you, like, if I knew, I'm lost in words, bro. I really thought this wasn't gonna start, because I've been, figuring it out, but it started. That's why I didn't record.